Hello everybody, House Dota here for my very first attempt at casting. So this is a pub game from Dota2castit subreddit. Thanks to London for submitting it. And well, here goes. Please feel free to leave any comments on how I can improve or not. So look at what we have. It looks like on the Radiant we have Catropia on the Meepo going safe lane. Have Magnus probably going mid, plagued by Succon. Daggett on the Clockwork probably going off lane. Bane and a Ricky, not sure how they're gonna lane that. TA on the dire side we have TA going mid, Slark safe lane, Darkseer off lane. You also have a Death Prophet and a Tusk. Don't know how the laning is going to go with that. Both teams only have one real support, so the amount of warding and supporting is going to be a major part in this game. I think so. Some harass coming out over this first rune spawn, and illusion rune spawns bottom. So yeah, Bane does come bottom with Meepo, as the Ricky is going top, along with the Clockwork, Tusk, and Darkseer handling this off lane, while the Death Prophet and the Slark are going to go top. This mid lane, I feel I'm favoring TA. The harass from the side blade's going to be good to harass out this Tusk. While the Tusk can throw out Shockwave, he's not going to be able to... He doesn't have a skill to really just push down refraction charges too much. This Dire off lane, I feel, is going to be very strong. The Darkseer Ion Shell is really going to make it hard for Meepo to get his first few levels and get any CS down here. Bane's Brain Sap coming out, just doing a lot of damage. It is a very good burst damage. Slark Pounce coming in to do a lot of damage, and Clockwork goes down. 3 stacks of Essence Shift coming out. And this top lane for Dyers also looks to be pretty strong. Well, down here, possible kill on the Meepo. Almost coming down. And yep, first blood is drawn by the Tusk. Help with the Darkseer's Iron Shell doing a lot of damage. TA already has her bottle up. Looks like she rushed it right away. Got it up pretty quickly. Empower, so Magnus does take the Empower to get some cleave to wear down some of the refraction charges. I think it's a good option. Usually you don't see... oh wait, no, that's Skewer. Forgive me, Empower. He does not take Empower. Empower is not a normal skill to take early on in the laning phase, but I do think it'd be useful to just wear down refraction charges. This Death Prophet pulling, seeming to be acting more of the support in this top lane. Probably hoping that Slark is going to get his level 6 and then start roaming, and then the Death Prophet's going to get farm and push down towers, get her ult up so she can push. Let's see how lanes are doing. Dire seems to be doing much better. TA handily winning this middle lane 10-6 versus the Magnus' only 4-3. Slark 8-3 up top, and Tusk 8-0 down bottom, as well as having that one kill on, and a pause comes out that Tusk does have the one kill on the Meepo. I'm sorry, I missed another kill on the Meepo by Tusk. So Tusk has 2 kills on the Meepo, as well as 9 last hits. Darkseer also 6-0 to Bane 6-2. Bane being having the best farm so far. Anyone. He already has boots coming out and 450 gold his way. TA has a bottle, has enough for boots. And Tusk gets his phase boots out while Meepo TP's back bottom. Still doesn't have his level 3, so he doesn't have his second Meepo clone going. Death Prophet picks up some boots. Slark already have boots, so boots out on most of the Dire team. If not all of them, no. Darkseer still working on getting his soul ring. It's coming out to him along with some wards. Both mid laners going to try and find the rune. Waiting for it. It spawns in 5 seconds. And Death Prophet and Slark. Oh, Ricky able to take down the Slark. I'm sorry I missed that. I need to keep a better eye on the minimap. Slark, more harass coming out. Backstab damage, doing a lot of damage. TA scouting out a regen rune. Using her bottle to bring it up. And grabbing it before Bane can do anything. Darkseer now scouting out over here. Probably trying to cut the creep wave as the Meepo is getting in a dangerous position. And could be going down here. Bane has rotated mid, throwing down some wards as this T8 is doing a lot of damage to Magnus. Up on this top lane, a lot of harass coming out on Ricky, already almost level 5, has a Ring of Aquila, and while Death Prophet has a Sage's Mask for some regen, Slark Tusk kills Meepo again. I am missing all of these kills. Meepo down here with Magnus doing a lot of damage. Not doing a lot of damage. The refraction charge just completely negating any of the poof damage coming out from Meepo. That 3 levels in refraction doing a lot to keep her alive. While she hits level 6 and throwing down some Psionic Traps to keep some vision. Up here, Darkseer's Ion Shell pushing this lane back. Creep cutting. They're just going to try and take this early tower. It's a good idea. Darkseer is very good at doing that in the early game. Meepo does have his level 4. Has a Ring of Protection. He's going for probably a Bassi, but not sure how well that's going to go. Darkseer here cutting lane, trying to get some damage on the Bane. Ice Shards come out and Polar Punch, and there down goes Bane. TA was coming in, and they did not need her at all. Clockwork rotates to the bottom. Meepo poofs in, and as does Magnus, and Darkseer is able to surge away and pop his salve. Templar Assassin with that haste rune taking down Meepo. And now chasing after Magnus, who's bottling up. That Meld Strike doing a lot of damage, as is the Ion Shell. Bane coming in. And solo RP on the Templar Assassin. Cogs keeping her in range of the tower, and Magnus's shockwave coming out to take her down. Clockwork also managing, Darkseer killing off the Clockwork using that Ion Shell on the TA. So lots of kills going down. Finally one more kill going the Radiance way, killing off the TA, but Meepo getting taken down again, as is the Clockwork. And up on the top lane, Slark and Death Prophet has not moved and are just pushing down this tower now. Meepo is rotated into the jungle. Hasn't been able to do much in lane. Actually been feeding rather a lot, so he's just rotating into the jungle, trying to get some farm. And still, Darkseer's Ion Shell still does a lot of damage to keep people out. Ricky has come back up top to try and push out this lane. The amount of damage being able to dealt this tower is already under half health. TA getting this regen room mid. Just having great control over the runes. Not letting Magnus have any. The tower as well as Ricky serving to ward off any more attempts to push it in. We have Bane and Clockwork now down here against the Darkseer and Tusk. Seem to not be able to do much more. The Ion Shell just doing so much damage to push out this wave. Clockwork using his cogs to keep those creeps out of here. T-Hay has rotated bottom. She has a regen rune bottled up. Ricky gets his tranquil boots, and Meepo is top, rotating more of his clones in, and Magnus coming, rotating top also. RP is off cooldown, so they could be going for this kill. Meepo netting Slark, Dust going down, and Slark pops his ult, but Skewer is AoE damaged and is able to take him down before he can regen up with that skill. Tusk going down bottom. I'm sorry I missed that. Looks like it was a Clockwork. Clockwork also killing off the TA down here with those cogs. Cogs doing great work to hold her down. So, Radiant team doing some good work, coming back. They have the gold swinging back farther out of the Dire's favor, a little out of Dire's favor, and XP coming back towards 1,000. Slark has rotated bottom. Darkseer is wandering around this mid as he gets his Urn of Shadows. Clockwork gets phase boots. TA still saving money. Might be saving up for a blink dagger. You see that often. Ricky coming mid. TA does have an invis rune to escape if he does. Meld strike attempted. RP, Skewer RP, Dust taken, a lot of damage coming out with backstab, and the invis rune popped to save TA's life. That was scary for her. The Skewer and RP doing a lot of damage to her. Bane nightmaring the Iron Shell Darkseer to escape, as you have 3 down here with Meepo and one of his clones doing a creep block. Meepo having the raw Bassie, and it seems like most people, there's 4 on each side down here. Ricky scouting out inside the jungle, spotting out the Slark. TA laying down a trap just in preparation. Death Prophet up top, able to take down that tower unopposed. Magnus is bottling back up. Has a circlet, gauntlets of strength. Look at what the heroes have. Tranquils and Aquila. You have a Perseverance out on the Tusk already. Bane laying down the ult. Clockwork hook shots in. Cogs and battery assault as well as Ricky able to take down the Darkseer. TA almost going down. Slarked pounce, trapping the Clockwork from doing more damage. TA melding here, and Meepo's poof is just gonna take her out. So that's 2 kills to none going the Radiant's way, as Darkseer and TA are both taken out. TA has a magic wand. Looks like she's saving up for that blink dagger. While Slark up mid lane, Slark as well as Death Prophet using that exorcism to take down this mid-tier 1 tower unopposed. So, a trade, two heroes for the mid, while it looks like this dire tier 1 on the bottom lane is going to be taken out, as all 5 of them are down here. And they take the tower and back off as some rotations come in to protect this tier 2. So let's look at kills. Tusk is leading the way for the Dire team with 4-1. As Ricky and Magnus both have 2. Clockwork is 1-1. As is the Darkseer and Bane. So it looks like this Dire team is grouped up as 4, is just going to try and push down this tower. TA using her traps to check anyone's lurking in the woods, and down goes that tower. Darkseer rotating mid using that surge to great effect to move around the map and just keep these lanes pushed out. Bane just trying to take down this Ion Shell creep as fast as he can to let the lane push out on its own. Bane working on that mechanism, almost having it. Meepo is able to take down the Tusk along with the help of Magnus, Ricky, and Clockwork. Clockwork throwing out a hookshot, doesn't connect as the Slark gets a Claymore delivered to him. He might be going for the Shadow Blade. Common pickup on the Slark in PUBG games. Radiant mid tower being pushed down by the creeps. Darkseer's Iron Shell probably helping there a lot as he rotates top to push in this tower. TA there as well. TA does have treads. Looks like she bought those rather than saving up for the Blink Dagger as she kept getting killed. Slark pulling this creep camp and just going to farm it up. There's no levels in Dark Pact yet. And the Dire pushing in this tier 2 top lane with no defense coming out. God, I keep missing these kills, and Ricky seems to have gotten a kill on the Tusk. DP throwing out a Crypt Swarm to keep them back. And the Radiant team is able to take down tier 1 as Magnus secures the last hit. Has Phase Boots and a Yule Scepter for mana regen. Bane has the mechanism recipe. He just needs to get it delivered to him. Meepo sitting on Treads and a Bassi, and probably working towards that Ags, which is the common style of play. And yeah, Ricky up top with a Perseverance. I'm just pushing out, just trying to farm up this lane. Meepo rotating, getting that point booster. It's a big purchase from Meepo. That Ag Scepter is very important. Clockwork also has a point booster. Might be going for an Ags as well, or a Bloodstone. Not a fan of either of those on a Clockwork. I think usually something like Blade Mail or Drums are good, as Ricky blinks in on the Templar Assassin, trapped in there, and Ricky gets the kill on her. Magnus skewing up. RP nicely dodged by the Tusk Snowball as he rolls in. Bane surprising, and Clockwork cogging in the Darkseer as the rest of the team cleans him up. Bane throwing down his ult on the Tusk as Meepo poofs around to get the kill. Slark coming in here, and he has the ult to escape. Still no levels in Pounce. And Magnus skewering through the trees trying to get the kill, but Slark leaping and jumping, running and jumping his way away. just a little out of range of this trap. As Bane once again nightmaring his own teammate and just leaving him there. It's interesting. I'm not sure what he was going on there. Meepo up here getting a kill on the Slark, but Tusk snowballs in and takes him out. Polar Punch coming out on the Magnus, but doesn't look like anything's going to come. Clockwork hook shots in. No mana for Cogs, but Ricky comes in, Blink Strike. Snowball goes out. Crypt Swarm coming out. 2 Ion Shells running around. And Death Prophet, last Crypt Swarm, manages to take out the Clockwork. The Clockwork that's running away. Ricky on his own, invis here. Just able to dodge all these, the Exorcism. Almost level 2 Exorcism. TA getting caught out here by the Meepos. Trapped. And, oh, Meepo might go down. Oh, TA does get the last hit on the Meepo, but is cleaned up by the Bane. Slark comes in, and Nightmares himself, after looked like Slark was going to be able to kill him. And Magnus backs off as the Slark. So, 2 for 2. I favor the Dire on that kill trade, simply because Meepo is one of the biggest damage dealers on the team. They need Meepo up. Slark coming in, Clockwork. Tusk snowballs in. Magnus skewer an RP, but Slark leaps on him. Bane's TP coming in very timely with the mech and Nightmare to save the Magnus's life. Slark pounce Dark Pact, taking out the Clockwork, and this this Wall of Illusion just zoning them out. Meepo finally back, poofing out this creep wave, and it seems to be it. Tusk falls as this Clockwork. So let's look at the gold. Gold slightly favoring the Dire. Nightmare coming out on the Dark Seer as Meepo poofs in to clean him up. Bane's Nightmares sometimes are bad choices, but his Fiend's Grips have almost always guaranteed a kill. TA waiting here for this Ricky as Tusk Ice Shards in. Polar Punch coming out on the Ricky. No detection for him. So TA and Tusk on here alone. Ricky running around, getting some hits in. And Meepo comes in. Misses on the net. Clockwork sitting up here waiting for a hook shot, not finding one. As Sentry Ward comes out on the Dire side. Invis Rune on the Bane, and the Ricky is Invis. Nightmare on the Dark Seer. TA trap goes down. Magnus gets caught in. Tusk hooks, rolls in, punches the Magnus. Magnus charges back through the Wall of Illusion, immediately taken out. The Slark in the back, along with this Ward, able to take down the Ricky. TA running around back here, trying to take out this Clockwork. Meepo running around. TA gets the last hit on Slark gets the last hit on the Meepo over here as one of the clones is running around here. Clockwork able to escape with a nice well-placed cogs to stop any chasing. Slark still looking for him, not finding him. And Exorcism still out. No, Exorcism is ended. They were going to try and use Exorcism to push. But still, they're going to push this Catapult, keeping the backdoor protection off, and they definitely have the damage, and this tower is going to go down. Magnus TPing in and skewering an illusion back into the tower. as the Dire backs off as the Radiant respawns and comes in. Whew. TA just farming up this. The Slark is pushing out this lane on his own. He has a Perseverance and a Claymore. He's building a Battle Fury. Ricky comes in and Tusk Polar Punch and Ice Shards, trying to keep the Ricky off. Clockwork Rocket Flare coming in, doing some more harass. Ricky doing some damage. Meepo poofing in over here on the TA. Darkseer's TA is able to get the kill, while Meepo gets the response kill on the TA, but Darkseer's Ion Shell on one of the Meepo clones. Meepo is not able to micro well enough to spread them out enough. Ricky rotating in, try and get the kill on Darkseer, but Darkseer surges away, and Ricky is unable to do anything more. Ricky did get the kill on the Tusk down and bottom with the help of Clockwork, but the Dire Radiant Creep Wave, along with Magnus, is pushing out this top lane. The fortification comes out, and Magnus blinks away. Magnus does have his Blink Dagger, very important on him, so he can blink and RP. Ricky has a very interesting build. He has a Perseverance, as well as a Javelin and a Belt of Strength. So he's casual Perseverance, and he's going for what looks to be the Skull Basher. Clockwork has a Staff of Wizardry and a Ogre Club coming out on the Courier, so he's building his Ag Scepter. Tusk almost 200 away from his Battle Fury. Slark with the Shadow Blade, Ogre Club, Belt of Strength. He is going for... what does that build into? I know this. And Ricky going in on a lot of people. This Sentry Ward catching him out, and the TA, Darkseer, and Tusk are able to together take him out. Meepo up here on his own together. He has 2 of 4 items for his Ag Scepter done. Has level 2 Divided We Stand. 3 illusions. Bane with the mech and the Soul Ring, as well as Arcane Boots. Meepo coming in on this Darkseer and getting vacuumed into the wall, and Meepo does fall to Tusk's. Bane in here on his own. Slark comes in. TA with the Blink Dagger coming in. Clockwork using the Magnus skewering RP and skewers them. Clockwork comes in with a hook shot. Bane is able to kill Tusk. Magnus is probably going to take a fall here to the... Slark. Darkseer's doing a lot of damage with the Ion Shell. Bane on his own here. Looks like he's going to fall. And, Darkseer's Ion Shell ticks him down. Ricky on his own over here. Finished up the Skull Basher, but not going to be able to do anything, especially not while Exorcism is up. But it's ending now, so he might be able to. But Slark is here as well. That's not a kill he can complete. He's finished up... Tusk has a Shadow Blade. Slark has a Sanj. Might be going for Sanj and Yasha or Heaven's Halberd. I don't know which. I'd say Sanj and Yasha. The move speed and the slow is very good. Death Prophet has her Yules and BKB. Very good. You need the tank to survive through the entire Exorcism, get that damage going. Darkseer going for an old build with the Vanguard, just tanking up. See, Magnus with the Blink Dagger and a Bracer. Meepo still working on his Aghanim Scepter. Ricky still... No, I just checked in on Ricky. Clockwork almost 700 away from finishing his Aghanims. And TA with the Blink, as both teams calm down and are content to farm up. Tusk getting some Dust of Appearance shipped out to him to try and get that Ricky. Casual Perseverance also on the Tusk. Interesting. There are a lot of Casual Perseverance on this team, as the Claymore went into a Shadow Blade instead. Ricky up here on top lane looks to be cleaning up this creep wave so he can, his team can push, his creeps can push in, but some Death Prophet rotating in to try and keep him off this tower. Gold is in the Dire's favor still. It hasn't swung. Experience also dipped in the Dire's favor, as Dire looks to be grouping up top lane, preparing for a push. Ricky, the only one up there. Meepo, grouped together, trying to farm up. Bane, I'm not sure what he's farming. Clockwork still farming his Ag Scepter. His Death Prophet. Tusk with a DD, that can do a lot of damage. And TA. Meepo, net coming out, not going to do much. Just ward them off, and that's not going to stop their push at all. Dire forces out the fortification. Blink RP coming in, only hitting one. Wall of Illusion comes down. Magnus skewers in Death Prophet. Poofs come out, but Death Prophet yules up, but is taken down by the Ricky backstab. Bane taking out the Tusk as Templar Assassin takes out the Ricky. Poofs coming in, not able to kill anyone. This Wall of Illusion really warding off any attempts as this Clockwork keeps running in and out. Clockwork hook shots in, Skewer comes out, and Vacuum forces out. Magnus comes in with the Skewer on Darkseer. Slark pouncing on the Magnus. Magnus Shockwave, ending the Slark's mega kill streak while Templar Assassin cleans up the Magnus. Clockwork, Meepo poofing down the TA as the Clockwork helps by trapping her in. Darkseer having surged away. Looks to be built. Yeah, has his Yule Scepter finished up. Going back to get it. And this Dire team cleaning up, this Radiant team cleaning up, losing only this, well, losing the Ricky as well. Might have probably have bought back. I've not been on the point with checking these out. Fortification comes out, but it just delays the tower's life, extends it by a few seconds. Tusk already down here, pushing out this lane. Meepo, Dire Radiant team still up here. Meepo's poofing to clear up the wave. Ion Shell on the Meepo's doing a lot of damage. Vacuum coming in. Meepo does separate his one Ion Shell creep, but Tusk coming in from the back with the Polar Punch takes out the Meepo. Bane nightmares himself, but gets pounced upon and taken out by the Slark. Clockwork cogsing him in with the Death Prophet, but that was not a very good idea, and he gets taken out. So that's 3 for nothing, as well as killing off the Meepo. Not a good trade. That's not something they should have done. Sargon Shadow Blade coming in, dusts the Ricky, pounces on him. Magnus here for backup. Tusk throws out the Ice Shards, kills him. Polar Punch on the Magnus. Slark. Magnus skewers the Slark for the Tusk back, but Tusk has enough life and damage to take out the Magnus. A lot of back and forth. 24 to 27. Look at net worth. Slark in the lead, followed by Death Prophet. So the Dire does have a major advantage on the gold, in the gold area graph, and TA being the lowest net worth on the Dire team, still above Meepo, Clockwork, and Bane with a Chrysalis, so she's going for the crit, gonna get that Daedalus. Bane Nightmare coming out on the Darkseer. Clockwork has his Ag Scepter up. As it looks like Meepo has his Ags and is level 17, so he has all 5 Meepos up. Now it looks like Tusk is building up that. And they catch out the Death Prophet altogether. RP catches 2. And the poofs come out, as well as Magnus's Skewer and Clockwork Cogs taking out the Darkseer and TA. Ricky chasing Magnus there, skewering the Tusk. He snowballs to escape on the Magnus, but the rest of the team is here. And, no, Shadow Blades, but he is dusted. Bane comes out, Nightmares, ends it, and Ricky is able to secure the kill on Tusk. And Slark runs away, regen, and is now taking these Ancients. Clockwork hookshots in, cogs him, battery assault. Slark pounces, Dark Pact, but still, and Slark does end up falling with the backup from Magnus. That was close. Clockwork almost died there to Slark's Dark Pact pounce and the stacks of Essence Shift that come out. Excuse me, this is an action-filled game. I'm a little tired. Meepo net comes out, poofs in, but Dark's Death Prophet easily evades it with the Yules, but tries to pop the ulti, but another net comes out, and Ricky, backstab coming in with the Empower. He's doing 200-some damage, and is able to take out Death Prophet, as the Darkseer and TA are here to clean up the creeps. Now is the time that Meepo should go for the Roshan. Like, Meepo on his own can solo a Roshan. Maybe not now. If they win another team fight, I would say Meepo should go get the Roshan, as well as Empower from the Magnus, making this very fast. Bane coming out with a Nightmare on Tusk, but getting slowed up by the TA trap, blinks forward. Ricky here as backup, and TA realizes she is not in a good spot as Ricky. Meepo poofing in. Darkseer lays down the Wall of Illusions, but isn't able to vacuum. He is Yule's up. Tusk ends Ricky's dominating streak. Clockwork cogs in. Darkseer's Ion Shell and Wall is able to take out the Bane. Magnus jumps in. RP skewers back. Who is that? The Slark. Slark ults to get away. Meepo poofing around, doing a lot of damage, but Tusk Polar Punch taking out the Meepo. Clockwork cogs in, but is Nightmared up, and Death Prophet, Crypt Storm able to clean them up. And that's a full 5-man wipe for the Dire team. 32-32. My God, is this game going back and forth, back and forth. XP now is gone on the west side of the Radiant, which is not unexpected because of the way Meepo can split his clones, and they all get hero amount of experience, so he is able to get experience a lot. Death Prophet throwing out the Exorcism, but immediately Radiant pop the Fortification, but that is not enough, as Ricky is the only one alive, blinks in, and able to get the kill on Death Prophet, ending the Exorcism, but Slark and Tusk are there to clean up the Ricky. The rest of the Radiant team respawns. Clockwork hookshots in on the Tusk. Slark is unable to do much. Tusk dodges it with a snowball, and is able to escape with Shadow Blade. Meepo comes in, poofing around, unable to get a kill, as Slark also Shadow Blades and ults out. So, no kills in that exchange. Radiant racks still stand. Very important that they still stand. Even though tier 3 is down, there are no mega creeps on the field yet. Magnus going for a Chrysalis, also trying to get the crit. Bane has a 4-staff. Clockwork with also with a Vanguard. Old school builds are coming out here. And the Meepo is able to secure the last hit on the Dire tier 2 mid. And it looks like they're going to go Roshan. Yep. There's no negative armor here, but Meepo's clone should have enough damage. Magnus blinking up here. The Dire know what is going on, and they're coming in. Dust Prophet, Crypt Storm coming out. Slark jumps in, takes out the Clockwork very early on. Poof's coming in, and Meepo is just taken out by the Templar Assassin. RP connects, and Meepo takes out the Slark as well. Death Prophet taken out by Tusk. Darkseer up here also, being nightmared up as the Meepos prepare to poof everyone. Darkseer is able to escape that first poof attempt with the Yules, but he is then netted once more and taken out. Although he did get a Ion Shell on the Meepos, on one of the Meepo, and it is doing a lot of damage. Tusk snowballing in, steals the Aegis, able to get the kill and taking the Aegis from the Dire team. Dust to try and get him, but he has already gone away up the hill and out of vision. That was incredible. I saw the snowball forming. It wasn't even a snatch. He got the kill as well as the Aegis, stealing it from right under the Radiant team's nose. That is a lot of gold swinging their way. Polar Punch prepared by Tusk is invis and goes in, tries to get the kill on the Meepo, doesn't have enough damage as they poof around the Templar and able to get the kill. Tusk snowballs in on the Ricky, but gets hookshotted and cogged. They have 2 and the Aegis pops. Slark ends Meepo, but Meepo buys back and is coming back in. Slark able to take out the Bane. BKB's up. Wall of Illusion's down. Magnus is killed. Tusk takes out Ricky. Tusk snowballing in on the Clockwork, and Clockwork goes down. Death Prophet has her ult up, and they're going to push this lane in. They don't want to waste this exorcism, and it's down now. Okay, maybe not a waste. They did win that team fight handily, forcing out a buyback on the Meepo. He has his Vlads, looks to be building into a heart, but there's a 4-man push coming down, and there's not much Meepo can do about this. Polar Punch coming out, leap, pounce, Ion Shell, Death Prophet securing the kill with the last Crypt Swarm, and this Radiant racks, mid racks are just going to fall. Not much they can do there. So this is not looking good for the Radiant team. Gold down to 12,000 in favor. And defense coming out. Oh, massive RP on 3. Clockwork trapping in the Darkseer with the cogs. Magnus's RP not able to do much. Dust comes out on the Ricky. He's ice sharded in, and then pounced in. Clockwork jumps in on Death Prophet, who gets killed. Bane brain sapping the Darkseer. Slark and Tusk both getting dusted and running away to safety. Slark with his pounce is very, very agile, and Tusk just able to run away, just walking away casually. No one seems to know where he is. Gonna find an invis rune also. Still has his Shadow Blade, but doesn't look to be needing it. Magnus up here on his own. He has a Mask of Madness. TA on her own, pushing down this bottom tower as TP's coming in. No, it's canceled at the last minute by Meepo. Might have been a misclick. Clockwork is also there to back up, so maybe TA backs off. No, she's coming back in with the refraction. She wants to get this kill. Clockwork coming. Dire creeps do get the kill as TA blinks away. Clockwork does have hook shot and misses by an inch. Meepo's poofing to clean up this creep wave. So 14,000 experience going the way of the Dire, as is looks to be 16,000 gold in their favor as well. Tusk has a heart, as well as his Battle Fury completed. TA, Casual Chrysalis looks to be going Desolator with the Mithril Hammer, could also be a BKB. Slark has a BKB, Sanjin Yasha, an Eagle Song with a Talisman of Evasion, so he's building his Butterfly. I hear Bane ult, and Ricky, as the rest of the entire Radiant team together, takes out the Templar Assassin. Meepo on here, cleaning up. He is 1,500. It's going to be hopefully getting that heart soon. Roshan respawns in at least 5 minutes. As this seems to slow down a little bit. 41-41 with kills. Death Prophet has a Shiva's Guard as well as a BKB. Darkseer almost completing up that pipe. That's going to be very important against the Meepo pipe, negating a lot of that poof damage. Ricky, Casual Chrysalis, Casual Perseverance, and a Yasha. Bane's up there and not being able to do much. Clockwork hook shots in, cogs him, but the tower is doing a lot of damage as Death Prophet yules herself up, and she comes down, throws down the, lets out the ult, throws down the Shiva's Guard, and Tower and Exorcism doing mass amounts of damage on the Meepo. Slark finishing up the Clockwork. So 3 for naught defense of this tower. Not much damage done to it as Ricky and Magnus both back up, realizing that is a futile attempt to push. Magnus has finished up his Daedalus. Ricky looking to get his... Ricky can't seem to decide what he wants to build. He has a Chrysalis, a Perseverance, and a Yasha. Could go Manta. Has a Talisman of Evasion for a Butterfly, but not like a full item yet. As the Radiant team pushes down this top tier 3. Darkseer nightmared up, snowball in on the Bane. Blink RP catches 2, Clockwork hook shots in, cogs in the Bane, killing off the Death Prophet. Darkseer is cogged in, but he yules himself up, and Brain Sapped as well as Magnus's Empower is able to take out the Darkseer as it comes back down. TA blinked into these trees and is trapped there, waiting for Blink Dagger to cool off. No one knows where he is. Tusk is Shadow Bladed up and able to run away. Polar Punch coming out. Ricky coming out, blinking, striking in, and snowballing in right into the middle of this fight. Meepo poofing around. Slark gets a kill on Clockwork as Slark kills the Meepo also, who was cogged in with, as he ults and Leaf pounces away. Ice Shard's coming out, and Slark comes back in, pounces Darth Pack, and will he get this kill on the Bane? And yes, he does. Those 32 Essence Shift, 34, cleaning up the Bane and the Magnus very rapidly. Tusk on his own, chomping down at this melee Rax, and it does not look good for the Radiant. Meepo not able to get his farm needed. Those early kills on him were just killed him. Dire takes out the bottom tier 3. Top melee Rax taken down. And the bottom Rax all fall. Clockwork hook shots in, cogs them in, but Slark is just cleaning them up. Dark Pact, Leash, Pounce Leash, and BKB doing a whole lot to clean them up. Dust and Silence do miss Ricky, but there's not much he can do against all these four. Slark is off here. Has finished up his Butterfly. Buying a Sacred Relic, might be going for that Abyssal Blade. Meepo getting Yulesed up after he nets the TA. Another net coming out, not much doing. Blink RP, catching 3. Skewer. Bane ult coming out on the Dark Seer. Meepo. Tusk surviving with the snowball. Tusk throwing out the Polar Punch. Darkseer vacuuming back the Meepos. Slark coming in with a Pounce. Dark Pack, Essence Shift, and Meepo goes down. Magnus as well. Tier 4s are down as these catapults. Clockwork comes in, but is Yule sceptered up. Cogs himself, but Pounce and Snowball's in, and Clockwork is taken down. Ricky is dusted. Ice Shards come in, trap him away from his fountain, and he's killed. TA barely alive and is able to take down the Radiant Ancient. Good game, well played, all, and the Dire win that in 50 minutes. So that was my first attempt at casting a game. Please leave comments, tell me how to improve, what I did wrong. I said a lot, and yeah, that's it. Thank you, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.